Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for choosing the channel for your 21 card Gypsy Tarot love reading. Now, just to let you know what I've done, I've separated the deck, not the deck, the readings into two. One of the readings focuses on your love life if you're single or casually dating. The other reading focuses on you if you are in a couple. So if you're single, casually dating, then this is the reading for you. If you're in a couple, then the reading will be for you on the other reading. So check that out. Here we go. I'm going to have a look, Sagittarius. What's coming into your love life if you're single in the month of December 2016? So Universe Spirit, show me Sagittarius. What's coming into Sagittarius' love life for the month of December 2016? Show me Sagittarius and love. Show me Sagittarius and love. What's coming in for Sagittarius? Show me Sagittarius and love. What's coming in for Sagittarius for those who are single? I only want to see single or casually dating people who are Sagittarius. Show me Sagittarius and love. Show me Sagittarius and love. For those who are single now or casually dating, what's could be coming into their love lives in the month of December 2016? Only if they're single or casually dating, show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the deck. We're going to split the deck into three, Sagittarius, collect it back up, and we're going to start laying the cards. Oh, my cardigan always seems to get in the way when I'm trying to lay the cards down. There we go. Okay, there's the 21 cards down. Just make them a bit neater. Okay, just to let you know about one more modification I've made. We know that we've got the 7 columns of 3, so mental, emotional, personal, hopes, fears, expectations, etc., etc. You've got 3 rows of 7. The first row will show a situation stroke crowning area. The second row shows how that's manifesting. So as a result of the situation, for example, in the mental emotional state, what your mental or emotional feelings are manifested as here, and what the root of the issue is here. Hope that makes sense, and let's make a start. So we've got the Emperor here showing us the situation in your mental and emotional state. What's the reason for the Emperor? Well, the Four of Pentacles. And what are your mental and emotional feelings around that? Well, the Nine of Swords. Okay, for some of you guys, if you're single or casually dating, it seems that the situation is rooted in the Four of Pentacles. For some of you guys, it might be that you can't let go of someone. Four of Pentacles often means I feel possessive, or I am possessive, or I'm still holding on to someone. It's feeding through to the Emperor, though, which is interesting, because the Emperor represents conventionality, stability, security, but also some major obstacle as well. And when this is shows up for love, sometimes this can be a very powerful individual. Sometimes it can be the greatest person you can have in terms of love, a very protective individual. But it can also represent someone who's quite an aloof individual, and they're quite standoffish, and they are very emotionally detached. So it could be that there is actually somebody around you like this, that this person, I feel, and they could be either a earth sign, or maybe an Aries individual potentially. But I feel that this is somebody else and not you. I feel that somebody else around you is possibly with that Four of Pentacles being a little bit held back. I don't feel that this is a card of possession. I feel that if it was you, it might be possession, but I feel that this is more about someone who is reluctant to change their ways. They're reluctant to probably engage in a relationship with you, and it's because, and it's feeding through to the Emperor. This person is rock solid in their set of beliefs here, and this to me tells me that this person is probably, it could be almost be like you give them more power than you give to yourself, because this person seems to be emotionally detached, I feel, as a result of this Four of Pentacles, because the situation of the Emperor, which I feel is the person that we're looking at, there might not be an older lover than you. There just might be somebody who is very, very set in their ways. They're very resistant to change, which is what the Emperor is. But the Emperor is also somebody who is very, very detached emotionally. So I feel that there is the situation of maybe you're dealing with somebody who's very emotionally detached, and it's going all the way, and the root of their detachment is because the Four of Pentacles, they might be greedy. They could be somebody who's very, because the Four of Pentacles is somebody who's greedy. The card is often known as "it's mine" card. Okay, so they don't want anything to change. This is the person who kind of doesn't mind having a muss, but when it comes to kind of settling down, they've got a different take on that. So this might be somebody who's finding it difficult to settle down or to even fully commit to you. And I feel mentally and emotionally, it seems to be causing you some form of worry here, Sagittarius, if you're single or casually dating in the month of December 2016. So this would probably be somebody that you've got your eye on, or somebody that you've been casually sort of seeing on and off, that type of thing. What's your personal situation? Well, the situation shows the Eight of Pentacles, the crowning area. This is the energy, the overall energy. It's rooted in the Four of Wands. So there might have been some initial success here. I mean, if you're single or casually dating, for me, this isn't a relationship, because the relationship is on the other video. So we're looking at couples in another video. So this is if you're single or casually dating. Usually when I find singles or casually dating, this card doesn't represent a relationship. It represents the initial success of going into one. So you've met someone, you really, really like them, and it's feeding through to the Eight of Pentacles being the situation where some of you guys might be wanting to work on something that showed initial signs of success here. And what is the actual present situation for your love lives? Well, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords means to be eager. Okay, so I feel that in the present situation, some of you guys in December, I feel that the root issue will be that you've met someone and you really like them, and there seems to be, some good signs of success here within this burgeoning romance, and it's feeding through to the situation where you're applying all of your focus to this, because in the present situation, I feel that you're very, very eager. In terms of a relationship with this individual. But also this could be the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords, it doesn't have to be, I don't feel, this could be an earth sign, and a fire sign, or an air sign. So you can see the way that this Knight of Swords is looking like they're attacking the person on the Nine of Swords. And it could be that the reason is then that the Knight of Swords, it's not just about you being eager, this is actually the person here. Alright, so the present situation could show someone who's a little bit of a wham bam thank you man. And that could explain why in the mental and emotional situation we've got someone who's a little bit resistant. Four of Pentacles, perhaps because they're quite detached, which the Four of Pentacles can mean. I feel that this is somebody who's detached. It's feeding through to this showing as the Emperor, somebody who's a little bit cool, somebody who, when I say cool, I mean they're not very warm as an individual, they're emotionally detached, and they kind of like everything their own way. It seems that this person is causing you worry mentally and emotionally, because in the present, they seem to be on your mind quite a bit. This person, can you see how that Knight of Swords is causing this person some worry here? I feel this Knight of Swords, and it could be a Gemini person, because Knight of Swords usually represents a Gemini, but I feel that this person here is a little bit difficult to catch, or a little bit difficult to kind of pin down for some of you guys, because we can see that the root of the issue is you had some initial success with someone here. You've been feeding through to the situation being that you've been applying all of your time to it, trying to make something work here. You're very focused on making something work in terms of this individual. But mentally, you're worried because this person seems a little bit held back, because they're probably quite stubborn as that Emperor. They're very set in their ways. Let's have a look at what your hopes are if you're single or casually dating for love. Well, the Seven of Wands crowns the reading. The foundation, it's rooted in the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, around your hopes. So the situation is that some of you guys might feel that you're in love, or you might start to feel that you're developing feelings for a particular person here. But it's feeding through to the Seven of Wands. And really, that should sort of be you, but it doesn't have to be. So we can see maybe this card now becomes not just falling in love, but there is someone who's offering love. Or it could be that your hopes in terms of this relationship or in terms of this person are that, there's an offer of love here. Ace of Cups means to award something or give something to someone. But it's feeding through to the situation being a rejection here. So the hope could be that you get a wish come true. Nine of Cups. So I feel that you guys are offering something to someone here. Ace of Cups, the root foundation in terms of your hopes that a wish will come through is that you're offering something to someone who in this situation, feeding through to the situation, it seems that they're rejecting it. And that's why you're hoping maybe your wish will come true. Maybe they'll actually want to kind of start formulating something with you. What are your expectations for love? The Fool. What's that rooted in? The Four of Swords. So I feel that what you're expecting, well, it's around somebody who's quite passive. Okay, so the Fool isn't always about a new beginning. Sometimes this can be a literal person. Sometimes this is a person with a dog, for example. Okay, I met one the other day. So, it seems that your expectations, well, the situation around this is that someone's taken a break or they're being passive or maybe they're not being in contact much with that Four of Swords. It's feeding through to the situation being the Fool. So this, to me, represents somebody who has a lack of commitment, somebody who doesn't understand emotions as well. The Fool can be as unemotionally detached as the Emperor or a King of Swords, same sort, or even a King of Pentacles. They're all about the superficial a lot of the time, what you can do for them rather than what they can do for you. So to be honest with you, it just looks like somebody's being detached here. And it's feeding through to the situation of this person being the Fool. Non-committal, does what they like. And that, therefore, what are you expecting for this? Yeah, you're expecting a broken heart, the Three of Swords showing there. Because this person doesn't commit. And you're expecting that. You'd love it if they did. Because what you're offering here is feeding through. And it's saying in the situation that the root issue around your hopes are that you want that there is an offer on the table. And I feel that you're the ones that are doing the offering. But the situation is actually the Seven of Swords. So this person is rejecting love. Okay, so the situation is somebody's rejecting something here. And what that situation is based on, somebody is being offered, is that someone's being offered love. I feel it's this other person. Therefore, your hopes are, well, maybe the person will change their mind. Maybe I'll get my wish granted and they'll be really interested and they'll want to see me again, or, they'll want to kind of try and develop something with me. But what you're actually expecting is a broken heart because it's rooted in the Four of Swords. Somebody who's being quite passive with you, somebody who's being a little bit nonchalant, somebody who's probably taking a little bit of a break, no contact, that type of thing. And it's feeding through to the situation being the Fool. Okay, maybe some of you guys feel that you're the Fool. You didn't look before you leaped, sort of thing. What are the hidden factors? Can we see anything coming in for you? Well, we've got a Knight of Wands here. The actual hidden factors is the Six of Wands. And what's the root of that? The Ace of Swords. So it could be that, the root issue is around a breakthrough. Ace of Swords pretty much represents mental clarity, breakthrough. It could be that what you're not seeing right now, it might be for some of you guys in December, you're pining after someone that is pretty difficult to kind of pin down or get to be what you want them to be in terms of love, if you're single or casually dating. But what you're not seeing is that maybe you're going to have the mental breakthrough. It shows victory is the hidden factor here. Six of Wands, I'll explain this in two ways. It's either that what you're not seeing here is that you're going to overcome this obstacle. And you're going to be feeling more assertive and more confident because maybe this is rooted in you guys having the mental clarity that you need. And that feeds through to the situation being that you're just going to leave. You just, Knight of Wands means to leave. So you'll just move out of the situation. And therefore, as a result of that, the hidden factor shows you guys being pretty confident, pretty self-satisfied with yourself. But it could also be, for some of you guys, maybe you get your victory because this person, the root of your victory is this person decides to contact you with an Ace of Wands. And therefore, this situation shows the Knight of Wands, possibly somebody who comes back. Knight of Wands can be to leave or it can represent somebody coming back. So it could work either way. What's coming up in the immediate future for your love lives in December, Sagittarius? Wow, the Three of Cups is lovely. Had this card for a lot of the signs. It's crowned by the Three of Cups. What's the actual immediate future? Okay, well, that's interesting, the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can mean that you're coming to the end of a cycle, the end of some form of burden here. And what's the root of this Ten of Wands? Well, the Ten of Pentacles. Two tens in a reading signify changes usually. So, I feel that this is you guys being spoilt for choice, because sometimes the Ten of Wands is carrying too many things or too much of a good thing. Okay, sometimes this can be orgasm or feeling really aroused or something like that. But the Ten of Pentacles is the foundation, the issue showing up as the root issue for the immediate future. So Ten of Pentacles can mean family, but it can also mean meetings, possibly through work as well, that type of thing. It seems to be leading to something that's quite successful with that Ten of Cups. So there could be some form of a meeting here. It could be in a restaurant. It could be in a bar. Ten of Pentacles doesn't always have to represent family. It can be anywhere that generates a lot of money as well. So it could be the root issue is that in the immediate future you'll be at a bar or you'll be somewhere where there's lots of people and you'll get chatting to someone, and therefore there'll be feeds through to the Three of Pentacles. Success. Meeting someone that, or a group of people that you really feel aligned with, and therefore possibly with that Ten of Wands, spoilt for choice, potentially. Okay, because you've got some good cards showing here that are aspecting this one here. I see them as good ones, even though we've got two tens. I wouldn't want to call this a burden or that you're struggling. Okay, but it could also be that maybe you go out and you're kind of just talking to different people, and it's feeding through to the Three of Cups being the situation. Maybe it's friendships that you're formulating, and maybe as a result of that, because the Three of Cups crowns why you feel the Ten of Wands. So it could be just lots of choices to deal with here, but no one particularly special, maybe in the immediate future. And let's have a look at the overall outcome. Wow, the Six of Cups. Why do we have the Six of Cups? Because the Queen of Pentacles. So it's rooted in the Queen of Pentacles. When you get a Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who thinks seriously and looks seriously at situations. Okay, and I feel that that's why it's feeding through to the situation about you guys thinking about the past. Because I feel that you're going to be evaluating who you are as individuals. I mean, looking realistically at the situation. So here we can see that you're kind of, for some of you guys who are single or casually dating, you're really hot on the trail of a particular person here. And you kind of really want them, but this person is too evasive for you. Far too evasive, but they're playing on your mind an awful lot. But you do overcome. I feel that this is more you guys overcoming something with this person here. Okay. But I also feel in the immediate future, there's plenty of chance. The foundation for me is saying that there's plenty of chance to meet people with that Ten of Pentacles. And it's leading through to the Three of Cups being the situation. Okay. So I feel that this is more interacting socially with lots of different people. But you're still carrying some form of a heavy burden here. But I feel that in the overall outcome, you'll be able to approach the situation from a very sort of realistic, down-to-earth and common sense way with that Queen of Pentacles, which she often is. And it feeds through to the situation being the Six of Cups, possibly looking back at this person and seeing them for what they are, potentially. Because she's the root for this Six of Cups here. So Six of Cups is the situation, and the situation is based on the issue being the Queen of Pentacles. Through the Queen of Pentacles' eyes, she's able to gain knowledge, not in her emotions. She look, every card, every queen is rooted in emotion, because they're all rooted in water. But how they approach something is from a very matter of, from according to their suit. So the Queen of Pentacles, she would approach the situation by looking at it realistically and kind of compartmentalizing stuff. So it makes sense to her on a very kind of common sense level, if that makes any sense to you. So she's not about delving into the emotion. She's about making sense of things in the real world and how things work. And therefore, as a result of this card, the situation says that you're looking at the past. And what's the overall outcome? There you go. It's the King of Cups. I don't believe that this is a person, Sagittarius. I believe that this is how you're feeling. It shows a great deal of emotional awareness, holding your head in a crisis, dealing with a situation in a very mature way. You've mastered the emotions, whereas before you were this mentally. Now you're this in the outcome. You're the King of Cups. Okay? For some of you guys, it might be somebody from the past, but it doesn't make any sense to see this for me as the reason, the Queen of Pentacles, for the King of Cups showing up here. Okay? I feel that these are both your energies, personally. for me. Okay. And I feel it's because of the past, the situation, that you are approaching it from a King of Cups perspective in the overall outcome. That you're okay. You're actually okay with this situation now. This is somebody who's a little bit evasive, somebody who's not going to give you what you need. So you kind of like with the King of Cups energy, you know what? Forget it. I know who I am. I know how lovable I am. I know my own value. And that comes from the root issue being the Queen of Pentacles, a woman who knows her own value, a woman who knows how to let bygones be bygones because she's looked at the situation from a very, very, very intelligent and common sense perspective. It's not rooted in high emotion, as the Queen of Cups can be, especially when reversed. Uh, it's not it's not rooted in the Queen of Swords energy, someone who can be a little bit bitter and just chooses to cut people out because it's the best thing for her to do. This is a lady that looks at things quite deeply. So I feel that you do look at the situation deeply, and it brings up a realisation in the situation with that Six of Cups, that the overall outcome shows the King of Cups. Actually, I'm fine without this. I feel completely settled, completely emotionally stable. I feel in charge again of my emotions. You're not in charge of your emotions when you're the Nine of Swords. Let's read through the reading again one more time so we've got it down pat. Sagittarius, for some of you guys who are single or casually dating for the month of December 2016. I feel that there is an individual, the Knight of Swords. This is a very sort of restless party individual. This is somebody who's not... But, when you get Knight of Swords cards, especially when it comes to romance, you get it with the Two of Cups and you're fucked, because this is somebody that you could get involved with, but they could come into your life very quickly and go out just as quickly. So this is somebody who I feel, in the present situation in December, for some of you guys who are single or casually dating, is going to find it difficult to pin down. But the situation is rooted in the Four of Wands, which I feel some of you guys have initial success with a particular person. And it's feeding through to the situation of you guys wanting to really apply yourself around that. But in the present situation, it shows a Knight of Swords who probably has a little bit of, some different ideas to what you have. And that's why mentally and emotionally, you seem to be a little bit worried or a little bit upset around the situation with that Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, because I feel the root issue is this person holds back with that Four of Pentacles, because it's feeding through to the situation of them being the Emperor. The ball is in their court. They have a certain way of doing things. They're emotionally detached, okay? So they know that they've got, the control is all with them. And you don't kind of like it because you feel a little bit powerless around this individual. Your hopes are to have a wish come true. To, have some excitement maybe with this individual, Nine of Cups. To feel a sense of smugness. To get to get what you want, which is what the Nine of Cups is. Because it's rooted in something that you want to offer to this individual. Or perhaps thinking that you're starting to develop feelings for this individual here. But it's feeding through to the Seven of Wands situation. Seven of Wands is this person doesn't want it. And I don't feel that this person wants it. They don't want what's being offered here in the root. They don't want it. The situation is the person doesn't want something here. And why don't they want it? Well, the root issue is love being offered, Ace of Cups. And therefore, in the hopes, you're hoping that this person will, turn your way, that they'll change their mind, that they'll make you feel good, that, you've got something to feel really good around with this individual. But what you're actually expecting is possibly some heartbreak here with the Three of Swords. And that's because the situation is rooted in the Four of Swords. Somebody could have been quite passive. There might have been no contact. There might have been very little contact. But this is also the card of avoidance. Somebody might have been avoiding you in the month of December. Or, there's just no contact here. And it's feeding through to the situation being the Fool. Some of you guys might feel like the Fool, like you jumped in before you've moved too fast with this without really thinking about it. Or it could be feeding through because this person is actually the Fool. They're not ready to commit to anyone or anything. All right, they want to do what they want to do. Same as the Knight of Swords. Both cards are very, very similar. I'm just having a look at which way they're facing. Both cards are very, very similar in terms of what they're doing. So therefore, in the hidden factors, for some of you guys, what you're not seeing now is you'll overcome this situation, the Six of Swords, because it's rooted in the Ace of Swords. Mental clarity comes to you, feeds through to the Knight of Wands. Well, that mental clarity comes and it allows you in the situation around your hidden factor, you'll be able to move on with this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, because mental clarity comes, mental breakthrough. You don't need to be feeling this, you know, or this, or this, because you actually don't need it. It could be that what you don't realise is you're going to have more followers. Six of Wands also means to have followers, so it's more attention from people. Okay, and that's rooted in the fact that you've been able to let go with the Ace of Swords and move on with that Knight of Wands being the situation as a result of the Foundation card. So therefore, you're able to move out of the situation. And as soon as you start to understand and resolve the situation in your mind, you start getting more interest with the Six of Wands energy. For some of you guys, it could be that there's communication coming in here. The root is communication, in which maybe somebody wants to come back with that Knight of Wands, and therefore you have your victory. You can go either way. But I feel that in the immediate future, it could be for some of you guys, and it could be that it's rooted in a meeting, the Ten of Pentacles. It's feeding through to the Three of Cups, a reunion. But it could be, if this person comes back here, it could be, yes, there's a meeting. You go out for dinner, you have a discussion, and it feeds through to the situation being the Three of Cups, a reunion. However, it's manifesting in the immediate future as the Ten of Wands. So it might be that this person comes back, but then they go back to avoiding you again with that Ten of Wands energy. If this is you guys, Sagittarius, I feel that, you know, you go out, you meet people, feeds through to the Three of Cups, having a good time, celebrating. It is Christmas. But the Ten of Wands to me almost suggests you've got a lot of choices there, but it's just too much. You're just not that interested. So you might just sort of conceal yourself, or, you know, you avoid kind of getting too much involved with anyone. And therefore, in the outcome, we see you overall as feeling more settled, more powerful, more in charge of your emotions here. Because it's rooted in the Queen of Pentacles, where you're looking realistically at the situation from a very common sense, down to earth point of view, compartmentalizing everything in your mind, saying it wouldn't have been right because of this, or it wouldn't have been right because of that type of thing. And therefore it feeds through to the Six of Cups as a situation, thinking about the past, but I very much doubt dwelling on it, because as a result of this Six of Cups, you've got the King of Cups energy here. I don't feel that this is settling down with someone, because they look like too much of a player to be settled down with this card and this card here, and the fact that you're expecting this. Alright, I feel that this energy is more you, because it's rooted in the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very assertive and intelligent energy to be in. It means to be very knowledgeable in a very kind of, very knowledgeable on earth matters. So this is why she, along with the Queen of Cups, make great counsellors. Great nurse is the Queen of Pentacles, because she's able to apply herself and apply her knowledge in a very kind of intelligent and practical, pragmatic way. Okay, she's the lovely lady, really, really nice lady, is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, all right, she doesn't put on an act. She literally looks at things from a very, very down to earth point of view. And therefore it feeds through to the situation being the Six of Cups, a situation that's in the past. Because I feel the overall energy says, you know what, you're feeling far more emotionally and intuitively and psychically calm and balanced through being able to do this around this individual. So what starts off, I feel, at the beginning of the month, or even from now, if you kind of being a little bit erratic or a little bit worried about an individual, ends up by the end of December you not really giving a shit, because you understand the way that things work. Okay, that is your love reading, Sagittarius, for if you're single or casually dating for the month of December 2016. I would like to say thank you very, very much for choosing Carol's Universe for your 21 card love reading, and I will see you guys on your generals. Take care.